Welcome to County Portal, your simple source for local government services and public records. Let's get started.
Ever walk through an old cemetery and wonder what happens when it gets full? Do they dig up the old bodies to make room for new ones? It's a common question, and the answer, especially here in the United States, is probably not what you think. For the most part, cemeteries in the US do not reuse graves. This is because of a legal concept called perpetual care. When a family buys a burial plot, they are usually buying the right for that space to be used forever, or in perpetuity. A portion of the money paid for the plot goes into a special trust fund. The interest earned from this fund is then used to maintain the cemetery grounds, mowing the grass, fixing roads, and general upkeep, forever. This means that once a plot is occupied, it's considered permanently occupied. So, what actually happens to the bodies over time? They simply decompose. Nature takes its course. The body, the casket, and any clothing break down over many decades and return to the earth. A wooden casket might last for 15 to 20 years, while a metal one can last much longer, but eventually, everything succumbs to the natural process. All that remains after a very long time are skeletal remains, which take up very little space. Now, there are a few rare exceptions where a body might be moved. This process is called disinterment or exhumation. It might happen if a family requests to move a loved one to a different cemetery, maybe to a consolidated family plot. In extremely rare situations, a court might order bodies to be relocated for a major public works project, like a new highway that has to go through an old, forgotten cemetery. But this is a massive legal undertaking that requires a serious effort to find and notify any living descendants. It's not a decision a cemetery makes on its own. So if they aren't reusing graves, how do cemeteries handle running out of space? They have a few modern solutions. Many will simply expand by purchasing adjacent land. Another popular option is to build upwards. This is why you see more mausoleums, which are large buildings that house multiple above-ground crypts. They allow for a high density of burials on a small piece of land. And with the rising popularity of cremation, many cemeteries now feature columbariums, which are structures with small niches to hold urns. This saves an incredible amount of space compared to traditional burial. So, the idea of cemeteries secretly clearing out old graves is largely a myth in America. The system is built for permanence, and your great-great-grandparents are almost certainly still resting peacefully right where their families laid them to rest. Thanks so much for watching and exploring this topic with us. If you learned something new today, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're curious about more fascinating questions, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our next video.